Okay, good afternoons, panels, chairmen, and all the colleagues, friends. Today I'm very happy to be here, and it is my greatest honor to share my experience in preparing a FDS proposal. So let me first introduce myself. I'm Helen. I joined in Seng University in 2017, and I'm now Associate Professor and Associate Head of Department of Supply Chain and Information Management. My research interests are mainly in airline operation planning and production scheduling. So I'm very happy to share the FDS one. Actually, we have three funding schemes, and FDS objective aims to develop the research capability of individual academics, especially from local self-financing institutes. So I think a little bit different from some UGC-funded university. We normally have quite heavy teaching load. So this FDS funding is very important. They provide us a very great support in like relieve our teaching so that we can have more time to carry on our research and so that we can transfer our research experience and some new knowledge in our teaching. So this is the project I got funded this year. The project title is Enhancing Production Efficiency and Responsiveness of Cellular Production System, uncovering the synergy of cellular formation and cellular scheduling. The funded amount is around 850,000. And my project co-I are Professor In from HSUHK University and Dr. Wu from PolyU Speed. So at the beginning of preparing a proposal, I think all of you must notify that it's a guideline, very detailed guideline, and telling you what needs to be included in our proposal. So today, I have summarized some important points and would like to review them with you. Actually, for a proposal, it involves a lot of details. And I have highlighted 8 important parts. The first 4 parts are mainly related to the ideas of the research project, and the remaining 4 parts are more related to the implementation of the project. So for the first part is abstract. So from the guideline, we know that we only have 1 page for abstract, and the abstract needs to be comprehensible to its non-specialist. So I think this information is very important. First, because if our project is funded, so the abstract will be published, and we should ensure that it can be easily understood by different readers. And the second reason is that I think the panels will also read our abstract to understand what our project does, so that to find the appropriate reviewer for that. So in my view, I think it is better to avoid using many jargons and very specific terminologies. The second part is objective. From the guideline, we know we have 2 pages for this part, and we have to outline the guideline in bullet point and mention the reason for undertaking the project. We also need to highlight the key issues involved and what kinds of new knowledge and or practical application the project focuses on. So in my view, I think it is very important to understand, to know whether your project is focusing on generating some new knowledge or focusing on the practical application or both. So like my project, a cellular manufacturing system actually has been developed and implemented, adopted in many manufacturing plants. So my project emphasized on enhancing the practical application of this system because it is still subject to many limitations. So by understanding the project focus, you can more easily to tell the contribution of your project. The third part is pathway to impact statement. And from the guideline, we have 2 pages for this part. And if you take a look at the guideline, you will find there are lots of questions, a list of questions. And, but actually, all these questions are meaningful. We should adjust them one by one. For example, like who will be benefit and how they can be benefited by the project. Also, so what are the objective demonstrable benefits and how we can increase the likelihood of achieving the successful of our project. So in my view, I think it is very important here, we have to ensure the objectives are measurable. So otherwise, it is difficult to evaluate the success, significance, and also the impact of our project. To record the objective of the FDS, we also need to tell how this project can enhance the undergraduate educations. The fourth part is research project statement, and this is the biggest part of our proposal with 8 pages. And then we have to include the research context, which is the need for the research, and how this is related to the research in the field, existing research in the field. And also we have to state clearly the research question and the research methodology, so which is how you explore the research question. So in my view here, I think the most important is the literature review. So usually I will try to conduct the literature review as comprehensive as I can, so that I can introduce the research gap with good, well justification. And then I can create a valid and meaningful research question. So this can really help making our proposal more convincing. Okay, the coming 4 part actually are more related to the implementation of the project. So the first one is plan for collaboration. So I think from the guideline, we know that we have to clearly tell the role of each project team members, and then like including how they contribute in your project. And also, we have to provide a letter of collaborations. So in my view, I think we may not be all round. So forming a good team actually means we can have chance to compensate our weakness. So like my project, I usually work on optimization problem, scheduling problem. So my co-I Professor he is a well-known pioneer in cellular manufacturing system. So with his support, we can identify something more unique and very special in our project. And then we need to include a Gantt chart and figures. A Gantt chart showing all the research activity and estimate. We have to estimate the time for each research activity. And then we have 2 pages for the figures. And this is very important. We only have 2 pages, so I will make good use of the page and to illustrate my research ideas. And then the second last part is the cost and justification. And from the guideline, you will see there are lots of cost components, including like cost for research, recruiting research personnel. So I think other than the cost for research personnel, there are also some costs. I think they are very useful. So don't forget to include them in your proposal. The first one is the cost for employment of relief teachers. So as I have mentioned at the beginning, so when our proposal is funded, is successfully funded, so we may have relief maybe one subject per year. So it is around 3 hours per week. But actually, it is really more than that because including all the preparation, marking the assignment. So I think this is very useful. And then the second one is the conference expense. So we can use this budget to attend different conferences and exchange with others. It is also encourage us to employ 1 undergraduate student to participate in our research. So lastly will be the grant record of investigator. So from the guideline, we need to include both the co-I, the PI and co-I's, all their research works. So in my view, it is not only to declare the related work. So it is, in other words, it means this kind of related work can really strengthen our background. So it can also demonstrate to the reviewer that we have some good work in the topic. So I hope this can help, all this can help you to prepare your upcoming proposal. Thank you very much. That's all my sharing today.